Yeah.
You're going to want to go through it. Okay, we are live.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So excited to be back with you all. This is our second live stream.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So we're still fairly new to this, but I don't know if you can tell, we upgraded a little bit here.
Yeah, because we have a really cool camera that we didn't use last time, but Nicole, you figured out how to use it.
Yeah, I did a lot of studying prior. I was still very stressed about it going into this live stream, but I think it's working. So you'll let us know in the comments if you can hear us okay.
Yeah, because we use the mics, so we want to make sure you can hear us correctly. So
yeah,
let us know in the comments, guys.
Okay, so we've got a few people already jumping in. So hi, Peter. Yes, you can absolutely still ask questions here. We will be doing some of the questions that we did in response to our Instagram story.
And also Facebook.
Yeah. We had some good questions already.
We had good ones. We had some really cool ones about dance, also not about dance, and also spicy questions, which is fun.
Yeah, I do. We're going to decide which ones we answer, but of course we want to be able to connect with you guys a little bit more. Right now we're in the middle of a dance event, so this is not our home. Even though I kind of wish it was, because it's absolutely beautiful.
We're gonna put some stories and also in the vlog that we're gonna have about this event.
Mm-hmm.
We're staying in such a beautiful place. It's actually in Temecula, and it's at the Edge, so it's a country swing dance event, and it's super fun.
Yeah,
we're having a really good time.
So stay tuned on our YouTube because we're gonna be doing a vlog about this event very soon. You guys are gonna want to watch it. I already want to watch it. Like it's super fun here. The Edge is a fantastic event. So hello everybody. Thanks so much for joining. Good to see you all.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get started. So
do you want to pick? Because what we're gonna do is we have a few questions. We're gonna pick one, and we can respond to it.
Yeah.
Right. So you want to start?
Yes. So there was one. And I wanted to start with this one directly because I think it's really funny. So somebody messaged on Instagram, what is the weirdest song you have had to dance to? Do you want to start?
No, I'm going to think because...
You got to think about it? You didn't think about it yet? Okay. I already have mine because when I got the response to that, I was like, okay, because we've danced to a lot of really weird music in the past. I think 7 years ago, I danced to just water droplets. Like it was like water droplets on a beat. And it was so interesting because it was like bare bones. Baby Shark, Peter, you got it. Like we did Baby Shark.
We did a German. That's true. We had a German music to dance to.
The Barber's Rhubarb.
That was really fun.
Oh my God.
Random.
So funny. Actually, I'm the one that picked that song because I told the DJ to play it because we were like, the theme was supposed to be weird music, right? And I was like, this song is super famous right now on TikTok. And it was like the German Barbara rhubarb cake thing. Mm-hmm. And it was so funny. And so I was like, we need to play this one. Yeah. That's a good one. What's another one? Do you have...
I would say, it's not weird. It is weird. When I danced at Budapest and we had Show Me the Thibaut, so this song, having a song with your name felt weird at first. It was fun. So there was a fun, kind of like
that one
difference.
That one, it's interesting because melody and like what you even teach.
Yeah.
Like he talks a lot. Like if you've ever taken a class with us, he talks a lot about pulse. And so the song was like, you feel the pulse, you feel the beat. And I was like, stop. What? Like, how does it know?
So yeah,
it was weird.
That was really fun. But if I think about like weird songs that I got, I'd say sometimes in Boogie Woogie, because I'm from Boogie at first and not really West Coast Swing, sometimes we get songs that can be very weird.
Yeah.
So like the beat is kind of weird, like it's really old school songs. So I would say more from Boogie. I had some songs I was like, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But I don't have any name right now, but yeah.
All right, let's move on. So I do want to answer some questions that we are getting on here as well.
My turn to pick.
Yeah, go for it.
So let's take maybe something a bit more personal. What is your favorite thing to do?
Oh, the hair.
Let's not talk about that right now.
Y'all are asking about our hair. A lot of questions are about our hair, actually, which is kind of funny. I personally really love it, and I'm going to keep it for a little while. But yeah, we wanted to have a matching.
Yeah, about the hair.
Matching heads.
We had someone asking in the poll, was it more percentage of people liking your hair or not liking? I would say it was almost even, half and half. And a little backstory about the hair is we decided to do this because we also had a really big shoot that we did, and it was about our choreo, the new one that we just did at the Open last year. I mean, the latest one, so Another Love, and we did a really big shoot about it. It's going to be the official video coming up very soon, and we wanted to have something different. So we wanted to, to be even more artistic with it. So we did our hair, like we pushed a lot.
Yeah.
So that was the goal, and also to change a little bit. When you're dancing, artist, you like to test things, which I understand if you're not a fan, but we like it.
Yeah.
We enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, and I saw a question that was kind of nice, and it was saying that if we are really connected, but do we argue sometimes?
Yeah, that was actually in our response poll as well. So you want to start?
Of course we argue. Of course we do. I would say that, when you connect with someone and that you're living your life, you're traveling, you're working, so you're 27 together, it's as beautiful as it can be challenging. So it's a lot of, growth in the process of your relationship, working through it, understanding how to be kind with each other when you have so much stress, so much trouble, so much, fatigue when you do all of what you're doing.
Oh my God. How often have we fought on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Post event, like you're at the end of a weekend. So like, for those of you who don't know, we travel 46 weekends a year. And so we are always on the road, essentially. We're like, this is not our bed, right? So like, it's a lot of the times on Sunday, we tend to be like at the bottom of it. Like we're done. We just want to go like into our own bed. And like, as fulfilling as these weekends can be, they can also be very, very draining.
Yeah.
And that's also when you tend to like snap a little bit.
Yeah. It's also, learning how to, learning, always remembering that you're a team and we love each other, but there's many different layers in the relationship, right? Like any couples that work and live together. And we also have really good examples in our community of couples doing this. But it's a challenge, as it is a passion and it's a beautiful dream. Like I've always dreamed to have my partner, also my love, my wife. So honestly, it's a dream coming true, but it's also, as you grow up, it's like making sure you work on your relationship and,
constantly.
Yeah.
It's a constant work. And like we know what we want, and we know, like, even if we can get into fights, like there's always that core that keeps us together. And like since the beginning, like before we even understood each other's language, like actually dance was the number one thing that we could use to connect with each other and find common ground. So like, interestingly, like I love that even if we're in a fight, we would go on the floor and it would almost kind of remedy it. It wouldn't fix whatever fight we were in, but like we would find that, like, oh, like let's dance it out. And like sometimes we'd have like these aggressive dances where we're like, no, I'm right, and like that happens. And like, but like we never allow the dance to suffer. Like that's our goal. And like that was our conversation in the beginning, was when we first got together, we were partnered first. We started to date after like a few months of being in a partnership, and we were kind of cautious / nervous about it because we didn't want the partnership to suffer in case something went wrong in the relationship. And so we set that kind of ground rule right at the beginning. We were like, hey, we need to make sure that no matter what, we can't allow any fight or any negativity to enter the dance floor. And so anytime that we've had a fight, if we're like about to perform, we make up right before, like, because we know that if we bring that negativity onto the floor, it will show, first of all, because like you can't really hide your emotions when you're dancing. At least I can't. If you can, like that masking is really hard for me. And also it interferes with the connection that you'll have with that person you're dancing with. So it's been a really important detail for us, at least.
But overall, we don't fight, that often.
Right.
Like we have a healthy relationship where it's passion first, love, and also understanding that when you're in a relationship, the business is something, but it separates, and our relationship is first.
Yeah.
So that's something we're happy. Like we're really happy, and we like how we progress into our life and into the business too, and the dance. So that is great.
Yeah. And yes, Peter, we did definitely use Google Translate in the beginning. It is true. Like that, I remember like the first time I ever met him, we were at sushi with a big group of dancers, and we were sitting across the table from each other, and I was like talking like all fast, and he's like, whoa, Doucement.
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 Oh, by the way, we're speaking French. Do we have any French speakers here?
Oh yeah.
I'd love to know if you guys speak French, because we do a lot of things in English, but sometimes I want to speak French. So let me know.
Yeah.
Est-ce qu'il y a des Français? Est-ce qu'il y en a qui parlent français? Parce que ouais, bon, c'est bon. Je parle plus. Je me détends.
Okay, we got a question on Instagram that is by Arthur, and he's asking, do you dance just for fun, like at home, on the kitchen, things like that? Yes, very often.
And sometimes weird, like we don't
It doesn't have to be West Coast.
Swing. We're just like connecting and just like in a move, and it's how it felt the best. Like it's just, you know, or even there's a song we are walking in the street, we're relaxing, and we're just like in a touch and like move together.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
It's what's fun.
It's funny because if there's ever like, if we're at like a supermarket or something and like there's a song that comes on, it can be any song, but like a lot of the times for you it's like a boogie song. Mm-hmm. Like it's like kind of like a rock and roll.
Like bouncing.
Like he'll just start bouncing and then like he'll grab me and then and then he'll just like, okay, we're going. And that happens a lot actually. So it's kind of funny, but like that's the kind of stuff that we don't film because it's very impromptu.
Oui.
Yeah, on a des Français.
Je vois qu'il y en a qui parlent français.
Bonjour.
Des Québécois, Montréal. Alors j'y suis allé à Montréal pour Montréal Westy Fest. Mais on n'y est pas retourné ensemble. J'étais avec.
No, I've never been to Montreal. Montreal. But I would love to go at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be like, we're gonna go to Canada next year.
Yeah.
For an event, so we're excited about that. That's gonna be great.
Okay. Do you want to pick another one?
Yeah, let's pick another one. So, let's see. That's a picture, huh?
Yeah, and then you can swipe if you want to. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite thing to do other than dance?
Wait.
It's a pretty good one. Might come back to that one.
Okay, I like this one. I'm going to take this one, and yeah, you can pick another one after. So, your dance style has changed. Describe how you're evolving. So that's actually a really cool question.
Okay.
Like knowing how we kind of move through, you know, the years and how we like to push our dance. So I would say that when I started West Coast Swing, I was really drawn to more swing music, swing dancing, because I was from all the boogie personally, Lindy Hop, Balboa, all of that. So, and I still have that in me. But the new songs that comes out and all the singers, the artists, they release so many new rhythm, new beats. So the one that we usually pick that I personally love is Glass Animals, and the way how this song make you feel and move, it's a completely different way to express. So first of all, we always are inspired by the music and how the artists, you know, really shape and like which direction they are taking. And then we decide if we like it or if we prefer to dance to another style. But we are very inspired by what the music comes up with. Like Lady Gaga, for example, it is so much inspiration, not only just to the music, but the artistic side of things and everything that they are doing, the team. So following kind of like the music, but also seeing how it makes you feel, it makes you move, and also watching different things, different sports. Like we already talked about that, but be inspired by different and trying to get inspired. But by not staying always on the same thing or like the same movement. And also our friends. Honestly, we also get inspired by our friends around us. I feel like West Coast Swing, but also other pros. Like I have a few friends in other dance styles, and I watch their videos on social media, and I am inspired by it. So we also get inspired by the environment around us.
Yeah, that's very true. I can resonate a lot with what he just said, and it goes the same for me. And the both of us actually find a lot of inspiration in the same places, which is really nice. So that constantly keeps us together. Right now, me personally, like I can feel like my dance is evolving on more of an energetic level, not necessarily on a technical level. And what that means is like I'm trying to almost like, I'm gonna get cheesy, but like soul connect with somebody. So like if I'm dancing on the floor with somebody, I don't want to just like do cool moves or like of course I want to, you know, try and push my dancing and like have good musicality moments or have good footwork moments, or like I love implementing that stuff and I think it's great. But right now what I'm really interested in is trying to connect with a person and be grounded with that person, rather than just kind of like pushing my own dance in its own path. I want to push my dance with my partner. So it's a little bit more, how can I find the same breath, the same wave, the same energy with my partner? And that is like what I'm kind of addicted to right now. For performance as well as just social dancing. When we go social dancing, that's my like number one priority. In performance, I love joking. Like, I love just cracking jokes. I don't know why, but it's been so fun, and like it's one of my things lately. Is just like how, maybe it's because we dance to the same music all the time right now. Like, a lot of the times in competition, we tend to dance to like the same music, whether that's in prelims and finals and spotlights, even socially. So we're very, very used. And at one point you're like, how can I interpret this differently? And then you just like try pulling stuff out and you're like, all right, well, I guess we're here now. And like, that's just kind of how it goes. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's how I feel like is evolving. Yeah. Soul connection is the best. I agree. I mean, it's so important. We're doing a partner dance. Like, we have to. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, speak French, but born in USA. Family was born in France. Love your accent. Well, thank you. All right. What else we got? You want to pick another one?
Yeah, I'm trying to read the questions here too. What did you think of each other before you met each other? And how did you meet?
Oh, so Seema was asking this one. So you're always asking me so many questions. I love it. Thank you so much for your support.
So I think we knew each other. I mean, I knew Nicole from, I was boogie dancer and you were West Coast swing dancer already.
Yeah.
And so I was seeing Nicole performing in West Coast swing, and I always loved West Coast swing. So I was, of course, very attracted by her movement and the way she was moving. And I didn't know her personally yet. So that's how we met. We met first by dancing together and then really getting to know each other. But again, we didn't speak the same language. So that was only dance. But so from my point of view, I was really inspired, really loving the movement, and I was attracted. So I wanted to know more, and I wanted to know more. But as I couldn't speak, I was like moving, and like trying to be impressive with my moves.
Like a bird courting, like, ah.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of like how it went. And from you?
Okay, so from my perspective, similarly, but I'm the kind of person that like I love good conversation. I love connecting with people on a like just deep conversation. So because we didn't have that, we just had like movement. I was attracted to him visually because like the first thing that like my first impression of him was like, oh, he's kind of LA, because and like for
LA.
LA is like you had LA culture in you. So like you were wearing like at the time you were wearing filas with like baggy pants and baggy t-shirt, which was like not really common in West Coast swing at the time. Like everybody was kind of dressing not proper, but like more skinny jeans or like Toms and like dress tops, right? So that was something that was like, oh, he's a little different. I like that. Had a little bit more culture in him. And plus I was always like attracted to that side of like, can you teach me something about your culture? And I felt like I really got to dive into French culture, like head first dive into French culture. I kind of jumped in the deep end there, but I love that he was able to offer that to me like right off the bat. So like that was my first impression of this guy. But yeah. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So
you want to pick another one?
There was another one that I wanted to pick from Instagram. So where was it? Too. Oh, Joanne, you think I got what it takes to dance? Of course you do. You definitely have what it takes to dance. Anybody can, like, you should, absolutely. Come dance with us. Do you ever get jealous? That's the one you saw?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we can.
That's a pretty good one. I kind of like it.
Because some people, we post a lot of videos with all the dancers, and it's the goal, right? I mean, we are really solid partnership that is traveling, teaching together. But at those dance events, we always in competition. If it's a Jack and Jill or it's a Strictly, we dance with other dancers, even if we are primarily partners, right? And we do routines together. But so do we dance? Do we? So jealous can be in a different meaning in our world, because we always dance with other people.
Yeah.
So do I personally get jealous about dancing and seeing Nicole dancing with someone else? Never.
Never.
Right? Because this is something that we do.
We're so used to it.
Yeah, it is normal. And you know, we've been dancing since we're a kid, right? So we are part of this world and we know what it means. And it's a connection for sure. And it's what we want. We want to connect with someone, but it's a very different connection than a romantic connection, right? Yeah. So the goal is to really connect and find a flow, which can be a really beautiful and nice feeling. And I'm happy when I see that happening because I know the feeling is good and I want that to happen to anyone. So when my wife yelled that, I'm like, yes, like that's a really cool moment that is happening.
Yeah. And also like, I know, I trust him so much, and I know that like the way that we dance together is not the same as how we would dance with other people. Like, I'm not the kind of person to be extra touchy. So like for me, like very, very sensitive areas would be like the back of the head. And like that, like I would only really do with him. There's certain places like I would stay enclosed a little bit more with him. I wouldn't necessarily stay enclosed for a very long time, like body to body with somebody else. So there's limitations that we set, and like I know that like I can give him that kind of dance, he can give me that kind of dance, and like we're really comfortable with that. We don't look for that with other people, but we can still enjoy really amazing dances, really connected dances, even close dances. But there's always this kind of barrier behind it. Yeah. Like, yeah.
And if we go even more that to open up to you guys, now where it could be some jealousy, but we don't really play this game, or we are really clear with each other, is about the partnership itself and what we've built together. Meaning that, you know, every partnership, if you take the biggest names in West Coast Swing or any dances, you build something together, right? So you're going to have, for anyone, and I'm not talking just about us, but like anyone, you're going to have people wanting to like interact, or like, you know, wanting to do more with you, and like it can be challenging to your partnership itself with the connection that you build if this arrives. And this is something where we are also protective of this, because we are of course two separate entities as dancers that joined and decided to create something together. And so it's always, and I think this is for any relationship, like to be aligned with what you're doing and making sure it makes sense, both are feeling comfortable with it. But yeah, it can have some jealousy, and I think being a bit jealous is not a bad thing.
Right.
Like you can feel some jealousy. Really, it means that you really care about this person. It's just how you react to it.
The only time that I might feel a little jealous is if he's constantly beating me in competition with other people. I'm like, come on, this happened already. There was like a streak where he was like on a roll and he kept beating me, and I was just like, at one point I'm gonna
you already kind of did it this year.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we constantly kind of do this a little bit, but like that's what I love, is it's always kind of playful, and so we play with that, and like I got you, you know, like it's never like in bad blood. It's like if he's succeeding, I'm succeeding, and so I'm like, hell yeah, like I love that. So healthy jealousy, I think, is completely normal, which I don't feel it a lot of the times, but it can happen. Absolutely.
And in personal life, we're not really jealous type. Like
I don't care.
Yeah, we're really chill.
Really, really chill.
Another one?
Another one. I liked this question. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name, but Aurelia, you're asking, still trying to figure out the clothing in West Coast Swing. How would you describe / define it?
Oh, that's a big topic. Let's talk about it.
Is it a big topic? I don't know.
So I feel like, honestly, West Coast Swing, I feel like some people dress really well. Some, of course, have a different stylistic option.
Yeah.
I do not feel like anymore we have a specific style, right? Because some people are like to stay a bit more old school. If you watch like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it was even more proper, like making sure you have really nice pants, nice shirt, like you needed to be dressed very well. And I feel like now if we arrive with a really cool shirt, oversized, a really cool chain, you know,
don't forget the chain.
I like the chain.
I'm really big on chains too.
So if you know, a bit more like hip hop in your style, or like a bit more, say, with what we love to do. I mean, I personally like to do both, but I feel like everything could work now. But also social media helped a lot. Yeah. Because now we don't think just about West Coast Swing. We think about just what we want to represent.
It's true. Yeah. Right? To me, like, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one. If you are a dancer here and you have tried finding clothes for competition or just social dancing, I am 100% positive that you have danced in front of the mirror in the fitting room. I am a huge I'm a victim of this. Every single time we go to try and close, whether we think we're going to dance in them or not, we are dancing in front of that mirror. That is just like how it works. Does it flow right? Does it feel good? Does it look good? And like, so in West Coast Swing, there is no particular style because like that the genre is just a cluster. It's just a mix of many different things. It's a plethora of different things. So we can have country, we can have hip hop in the same night as a contemporary, in the same night as an acoustic, right? So the clothing you wear, like me, I'm trying to wear something that represents my style, what I feel very, very comfortable in, what I feel like I look good in. And like, if I'm dancing, does it complement my lines or does it actually like hurt my lines? And then does it mesh well with whatever song is going to be played in a competition? So that's why like I tend to lean towards a little bit more neutral colors and neutral ideas, like black pants, baggy, because I like my baggy stuff, but like that way, like I can have it kind of match with whatever style is going to be picked, for competition at least. But yeah, that's the thing is like we don't really have a specific set style because of all the genres.
Black is the new West Coast.
I mean,
people love to wear black.
I don't think it's ever left. Like,
honestly, it looks good. Like when you dance black, like the background, because sometimes when there's so many colors in the background, like it's good to be a bit more neutral. Yeah. We see you better.
This is a huge thing. And like, that's actually a really good point is every single time when I'm packing for an event, I always look ahead of time to see what other dancers are wearing and also see what the background looks like. Cause like if you are like me and you care about like the content, you care about the video and like have it be visually pleasing to the eye, I make sure that I color coordinate my outfits with the backdrop. I'm really, really cheesy like that. So like, for example, we go to Desert City Swing, I'm wearing earthy tones. We come here, earthy tones, right? Like I go to Liberty, I'm wearing a little bit more white or black because of the background. At the Open, I'm wearing something a little bit kind of like sparkly or like something like kind of pretty because the backdrop has this little sparkle to it. Like it's kind of ridiculous, but it makes your videos look good because there was one time where I was wearing red and the background was red and it was the same tone and I disappeared. Literally, remember that? It was actually Paris Westie Fest. Years ago, we did our routine. It was our very first routine together. We were wearing all red and then the backdrop was the exact same red. True. So our costume was the exact same red and we disappeared. We literally looked like we were in a green screen. True. It was just our faces and arms and that was it. It was so funny. Yeah, that was interesting.
So we have time maybe to take one or two more questions.
Yeah.
There's one that I think we should respond to. It could respond also to a lot of you is how would you advise to like start West Coast Swing or enter your first Jack and Jill, or like if you want to really, start West Coast Swing. So the first thing is when you start, think about having fun, right? The goal is even if you do a Jack and Jill, I would advise to not put too much pressure on it, except if you want to be a pro and you come from another dance, which is another question. Someone just asked also, what would you advise to become a pro in West Coast Swing, which is a different mindset. But if you come into the dance, it's really about at first, understanding the rhythm of it, dancing with someone, connecting, having a good time on the floor. And remember that the judges are watching you as other humans. So we want to feel your energy. Yeah. We want to feel like you have fun.
Yeah, be a human. I love that. I also, I want to make sure that if you, especially no matter the level you're in, whether you're starting this for the first time, you're about to enter your first competition, or you're about to enter your 100th or 1,000,000th competition, I don't always go with it with the intention of not taking yourself too seriously. Like at least in our world, because like that is the thing in West Coast Swing, we have so much freedom. And there's not a lot of partner dances that allow us to have this expression, allow us to have this freedom. We can wear what we want. We can feel what we want. We can dance to what we want and like with who we want. And it's amazing. And we have like this open field. And so the goal is like for someone starting out and for someone that's getting into West Coast Swing, like go with the intention that you're going to have a good time and you're going to connect with somebody. And like where I see it go wrong is like, okay, I have to remember it's walk, walk, triple step. I have to remember it's this timing. I have to remember that. Like, save that for the studio. Once you're on the floor, it's like, okay, hi, how can I connect with you? And how can we connect with the music and just have a killer time? Let your body, let your body flow with what it wants to flow with.
And what we often say is, when you're on the floor dancing, it's not where you need to think too much. We need to think when we are not on the floor and like we're practicing, working on the technique and mechanics. And when you're dancing with someone, now is the time to really enjoy and just let your body kind of do what you've been working on.
Yeah,
right.
Muscle memory will kick in.
Yeah, that's what is important too. And if you want to become a pro, maybe we might do another video about that and like our journey as professionals and how we push to like get there, right? Because it is a long process and it requires a lot of investment in time and like in general in what you're doing. But I would say, first of all, connect with someone that could guide you like a mentor. That's something that is very important.
Yeah.
If you want to get to like the top level or like champions in any areas, I would say that you need guidance.
Yeah.
That's really important.
That's absolutely true. We continue to have guidance. And actually that correlates with the question that Peter had. What makes you stay motivated and what are your new goals? So what makes us stay motivated is just continuously learning. Like that is my number one goal, is like, if I stop learning and I stop growing, then I stop feeling motivated to like actually go out and try the new things that I'm doing, or actually I lose that color. Like I lose that fun. And so it's so important for us. Like we're constantly working on new acrobatics and new movements and new concepts for our teaching. And like, it's literally what keeps us motivated. And also you guys keep us motivated. It's something that like, it's such a beautiful exchange, because like we try to give that passion that we have, we try to give it to you all, and then you guys give it right back. And and it's such a good motivator. Like, oh, like we want to share as much as possible with you, and then every time you share with us, like it's like, no, okay, let's go. Like it's an exchange and it's beautiful. So thank you so much for everyone that's been supporting us so far. We hope that you've enjoyed this live stream. It's something that we really enjoy doing, and we're going to keep doing this because it's been really, really awesome connecting with you all, getting to see you in the chat.
Oh, this question. Is our little dog with us, Mia?
Oh, my Mia.
She's not,
no.
Because we are at a new event.
Yeah.
Big days. So many things, but we are going to see her tonight for like 2 hours before we fly to Tokyo.
Yeah, so Japan. We go to Japan tomorrow. It's my first time.
Go speak Japanese. Huh?
Hajimete masen, machikirinai. I cannot wait. I speak a little Japanese, but still learning.
Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Always a pleasure to catch up and exchange with you all. So stay tuned for the next live stream.
Yeah. If you guys like this one, make sure if you can support us, like you can hit the like, you can hit the subscribe, you can share with friends. We hope to continue to exchange with y'all and to just share the love of West Coast swing and dance and life. And
Merci à tous.
Merci à tous. Thank you so much. See you next time. Thank you.